Been involved with the club now probably over 10 years. From then there was almost two teams, and we did have two teams at one point, as Barry's highlighted, to having three players at training sometimes. And now to what we've got is a group of friends, not just teammates, who go out on nights out and just enjoy being around each other and get good attitude off each other, which is definitely helping. Barry coming up, bringing his knowledge of who he knows in Scotland, and also the RFL, well, not the RFL, but the Rugby League community has helped us along. There is some slight competition there, but it's sort of the old rugby union heads saying, no, you're not allowed to go play rugby league, but slowly but surely we are chipping away at that, and yeah, I think we'll get there eventually.
Rugby league, despite being professional for a longer period of time, will always be considered, I think, the poorer relation, and that's not meant disrespectfully to anybody. As Mark says, we do have a little bit of competition with rugby union clubs. There are clubs that don't necessarily want their lads going to rugby league, but I feel that once you get over that initial barrier and you start to break it down a little bit, the lads who do come along to league through the summer, through the union off season, benefit a lot from it. We've come from basically 3 games. I got involved three years ago now. I've come from a 3-game season now to I think we had 9 or 10 games last year. Got through to the North East Cup final, and I think people have obviously wanted to get involved from that point. Success makes people want to get involved, I think, at the end of the day. This year we won the Scottish Cup, and we've managed to get through to the North East Grand Final. We were predicted to finish 3rd, I think it was, in the league, but there was probably very little to base that on, if you will. I think it was based on our cup run last year. We managed to we finished 2nd by result of losing to Jarrow, but then we've managed to get the result in the Grand Final. So yeah, it's a massive progression for us in 3 years. Realistically, the North East Rugby League competition is the one that we've got to play in. The NCL isn't really an option for us from a financial point of view. Plus, that's elective, so our teams from Yorkshire, Lancashire, Cumbria are gonna want to come up to Scotland. Initially, there might be the appeal of that, but it's difficult getting lads to commit to that sort of duration of travel time and what have you. So the North East is a competition we know we can now compete successfully at, and I think that for us is probably where we need to sit. Going forward, though, the next step for us is probably getting through the first round of the Challenge Cup. Last year, I think we held our own for 40 minutes before Normanton ran away with it a little bit in the second half. But now I think we're a stronger team, and that's where we've got to go now, is to look towards the second round of the Challenge Cup. Your goals have got to be realistic. At work I follow the SMART system, so obviously it becomes measurable. Ultimately, it's measurable, it's specific, it's measurable. So for us, progressing from round 1 of the Challenge Cup to round 2 of the Challenge Cup is a measurable goal. It's a realistic goal, and it's time specific as well. And so we'd like to think that within the next 2 to 3 seasons that's what we can achieve.